I wanted to speak about a thing that I posted on Facebook about a week ago, which was talking about how Donald Trump intends to get rid of the payroll tax if he's reelected. And I posted an article that I think was in the Rolling Stone magazine, and had a bunch of comments from various people who said I was taking everything out of context. And eventually, the Facebook people deemed it necessary to take the whole thing down. They said that they didn't say it was all wrong. They said there were some questions as to the accuracy. So there was some part of it they said was wrong or inaccurate. And this is a lot of things that's going on right now in these public mediums that they have nowadays, social mediums, and that is Facebook and Google and Twitter, I guess, are under some pressure from the governments throughout the world, including the U.S. government, to restrict their content based upon what they see as truth or not truth. And I suppose, I feel mixed about that. Because, I don't like, for one thing, if it's something I like, then I want it to be on. Whether or not it's accurate or not, I never know. Who knows? I can go into some strong philosophical question about whether we know anything about reality whatsoever. But with the internet, we definitely have gotten to a point where anybody can say anything on the internet, and it sounds, if you say it well and you produce it well, it sounds just as feasible as anything else that's said on the internet. And when you're sitting at home in your bedroom or your basement and watching these things, you don't know really what's going on out in the world. You could be the man on the moon, as far you have no relationship to what reality is in the real world, just sitting in your basement watching it on a screen and listening to it. Because nowadays the technology is so advanced, they can make anything look real. They can have what they call deep fakes, where you can actually doctor videos to make anybody look like they're doing anything, or anybody saying that they look like they're saying anything. And I understand that. And Facebook is at the front edge of this. A bunch of old guys like me and so forth watch Facebook, and we watch this and we think we're getting news. And there's all kinds of lies and falsehoods, and who knows what's really true. A little bit of education would help, Well, to stay on this point, Donald Trump did say that he was going, if he got reelected, he would get rid of the payroll tax. Now, what you mean by the payroll tax, I believe that the common usage of that is the tax of Social Security and Medicare. Social Security especially, which is a 15.3% tax, which comes half from the employer and half from the employee. So each pays 7.65% of their income there toward Social Security. And what Donald Trump is proposing is to get rid of that, because he believes in context, he believes it would stimulate the economy so much that it would pay for itself, which is that old chestnut that the Republicans keep throwing in the fire. Yeah, we can just improve the economy by getting rid of all taxes. So if we had like a 0.5% tax on everything, then the economy would be so great that we would just collect so much taxes that way. Well, I don't believe it. I don't trust it. If he gets rid of the payroll tax, think about that. If he gets rid of the payroll tax, which gets rid of the funding completely for Social Security, maybe the economy will boom and maybe they'll collect more money. But, there's always some sort of a wave that goes on over the course of time. It goes up, it goes down. And when it goes down and there's no money funding Social Security, how are they going to pay your checks for people who are receiving Social Security? If there's no money coming in, they're not going to be able to pay the Social Security. So the next move is to get rid of Social Security, obviously, or else just don't pay it. We're broke. We can't pay it. Now, if you don't think he said that, then just I was able to go into the internet on the July 21st, and that's what he said.